Hey folks, what is happening? This is Jimmy G and the place to be, bringing you back another live and it's not live, bringing you back another unboxing on the good, the bad, the awesome. So welcome back. It's where we get our first reaction and our talks to all sorts of cool things, pop culture, mainly Star Wars and Transformers, but sprinkled in with some other stuff. And today is some of the other stuff. Because I have really been getting into anime. But before we get into that, if this is your first time to the channel, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. We would love to have that support as we are on our way to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We are right now sitting at 330, so we're almost at that 400 mark. Some you say almost. Yeah, we're a third there, just about. And so we'll get there, and hopefully we'll get there pretty soon. So we'll have another 400 giveaway. Right now we do have the 300 giveaway that is live till the end of the month. So if you haven't gone and registered for that, make sure you do. Look at that vlog that has that information. And then we also have our June giveaway, which is a Transformers mystery box. Ooh, and hopefully you can be a part of that too. I'll put all the giveaways that are going on down in the description, just links so that you can follow along and be a part of that, because I love giving stuff away. And so in July we'll have a new giveaway. I'd love to hear some of your suggestions on maybe what we should give away. Now just remember, it's coming out of my pocket, so make sure it's not too expensive. But I have a few things and a few ideas, but we'll throw some suggestions out your way too as well. And so also, if you are not following us on TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram, we are at The Good, The Bad, The Awesome on either of those platforms, except for TikTok. We are The Food, The Bad, The Awesome, because The Good, The Bad, The Awesome was taken because I misspelled my handle. So every now and then, maybe I'll have a cheeseburger and talk about some other cool stuff. My dog is barking. He's lonely. And so today, what I got that we're going to talk about, we're going to go into anime and get into that and share with you something really cool. So let me show you what we've got. We have the Chainsaw Man Denji Nendoroid. Nendoroid, hemorrhoid. I don't know how you pronounce it, but that I think is it. These are very cool chibi style figures. Is it chibi or kibi? Chibi. C-H-I-B-I. That you can swap out faceplates, arms, and all sorts of stuff too as well. But this is what we've got to show y'all today. So we're going to unbox it. But before we get into that, just to let you know a little bit about Chainsaw Man, it is kind of that premise again of a guy who fights demons. Now this one is definitely not for young kids. So definitely make sure you are, I would say, you know, I won't let my daughter watch it, and she's 13. So, so it is for an older audience, but Denji is a kind of a demon hunter to make ends meet. Ends up getting killed by the Yakuza, or almost to death, and his little like demon partner that's a chainsaw dog ends up bonding with him, and he becomes Chainsaw Man. So he has a little devil inside of him that he will transform and take out all sorts of bad guys. And so that's just a little bit of that synopsis there, but I won't spoil it too much on you. You can catch that on Crunchyroll, or I believe Funimation as well, but I think it's just Crunchyroll. Yeah, make sure you check that out. But we're going to unbox this baby, so come on, and as I adjust the camera down, we'll show you the box and all the packaging. And we are back with the packaging right here. Beautiful artwork. This is a Good Smile company, makes the Nendoroid. Something to be careful of if you are buying these on like Mercari or eBay. Make sure you're not getting a fake. The way you know if it's a fake is if the price is too good to be true, then it probably is. But this one is a genuine Nendoroid of Denji. So you take a look at that artwork there. You have kind of what he looks like. You have all the parts. You also get the little dude. I believe his name is Pochito or something like that. But you get him in his face. You get the chainsaw. You get some extra arms. All sorts of cool stuff. Side of the box kind of shows you a couple forms that he can be in. The back of the box kind of shows you all the different possibilities. Also has all the warnings, labels, and all sorts of stuff that I cannot read because it is in another language, except for that warning one right there. It is not in another language. And then this side of the box, again, some more possibilities. The top got Chainsaw Man number 1560. And the bottom, same thing, 1560 with a different look. But that is the box. So very, very cool. I think the packaging looks great. I love the colors of it. So let's get it out of the box and let's bring Wesley Snipes into the game. And let's go ahead and start unboxing this baby and take a look at all the good stuff that we get with Denji. Denji. Denji's not dingy. Although I think it's kind of interesting that, you know, he barely is making ends meet, has a bunch of debt to the Yakuza and things like that too as well. But it's an interesting show. I've only watched a couple episodes of it. I'm getting into it. I've read the manga. But yeah, kind of interesting indeed. A lot of anime follows kind of the same premise. So you have like Demon Slayer where they're demon hunters, and you have Chainsaw Man where they're demon hunters. You have Jujutsu Kaisen where they are looking for cursed spirits, which kind of takes its inspiration from Bleach, which is along the same line. So what you get in the packaging, as soon as I can make sure everything is all of it undone, nothing's right on torn. Yes, it is all where I can just pop it off, pop it like it's hot, and get that part off of there. And so what you get in the packaging, you get Denji himself. Everything's packaged very beautifully and nicely, and he's got plastic all over him. So let's get that plastic off. Let's get this plastic off. But there's a little figure right there, so you can kind of take a look at him. There's the front, there's a side, there's a back, there's a side. We'll get into some of the posability with this guy a little bit later. Let's go into what else is in this package. You have, because it has a removable face, you have another faceplate right there. You also get the coolest faceplate ever. I know it's a little freaky to some people, but this looks kind of cool. Let me get all the styrofoam, but then there's the chainsaw head faceplate. That looks so awesome. The plastic feels so good on that. Then we also get kind of a blood splatter effect that you can put with the chainsaw right there. Oh, we get our little buddy. This guy's so cute. I was looking for a stuffy of him because he's really cute. Get our little buddy, the initial little demon right there that bonds himself with Denji. But there he is. Looks very, very cool. Doesn't have any articulation, but that's okay. We also get 2 additional arms. You get your chainsaw arms right there. You get your one arm that has the ripcord. That's the cord he pulls in order to turn into Chainsaw Man. And then on the bottom we have all the stand, some more hands, just some more cool stuff. We'll go ahead and open this package too. Wesley Snipes is getting a little dull. He's gone from blade to sling blade. So we also get the instructions. Nice little, kind of just tells you how to put them together, take them apart, all sorts of good stuff. I believe you get an extra set of arms right there. And then I think these are elbow joints. I don't know what these are. That's weird. Interesting. I don't know what those are, but we'll find out here soon enough. And then you also get the stand so that you can stand him up. And so let's go ahead and take Denji and let's show you just a bit of posability that you do have with him. The head does do a 360. It is on a ball joint, so you can kind of move that around how you want. This is not an action figure because it doesn't have a lot of articulation, but I mean, you can move the arms, you can kind of rotate the hands a little bit there. Arms move. The leg does not kick up, but you do have the shoes do kind of have some movement there too. Is the got an ankle tilt there. No waist twisting, and then the tie moves as well. So if you want to take these apart, all you got to do is just kind of pop this head off, pop this hair. It's got some nice hair. And I would recommend maybe having like a bludgeon stick or something like that, a little spudger, because his head is spiky. And so we'll pop in his little other head. So you can kind of see there's a couple spots right there. And that's what these will slip into. to put the different face plate on. And then we'll put his head back on. And oh my gosh, his arm came off. And we'll put his arm back on. And now we have the different face. That's how easy it is to customize this dude. And as well as, I mean, you don't want to pop these arms off, I believe. What you want to do is you can pull this part off right here, so you can put on whatever part you want to put on. Let's put on the ripcord here. All right. There we go. We'll take the tie, remove it, and then we'll put that little cable right there. Okay, there's a little hole right there that you can put that cable, that little cable in. So maybe I'll just try putting it in first and then putting his arm on. Whoop. Watch out, these are little pieces, so they can hop out on you. So you want to make sure that you kind of keep track of where all these little pieces are going. There we go. So there we have where he can pull that little cable, and that's where he turns into Chainsaw Man. So yeah, you get all sorts of really, really cool stuff here to be able to pose him, do all sorts of really cool stuff with him. We'll put, what's really cool about the stand, there's all sorts of holes where you can put this part anywhere you want to. So that way you can pose him however you wish to. So I got that right there. There's only one way you can put it in. So we'll put that there, and then we'll put this right here on his back. Come on. It doesn't like me. It doesn't like me. That's okay. But yeah, you have all sorts of really, really cool stuff that you can do with him. So let me go ahead and get him in some dynamic poses and things like that, so that way we can kind of take a look at him. Well, actually, let's take apart his hands. Oh no, I took off his arm. Take off the head again. And then we will... Actually, you have to take the whole head off, like so, and then pop this guy. How does this go on? There we go. And everything's like really, really tight to put in, so you got to really get it in there good. And you got to be careful because these joints do kind of bend all over the place. And so we'll just we'll do the twist method here of getting that head on. There we go. Twist method seems to always work. And then we'll put the chainsaw arms on. Put him in his Chainsaw Man mood. There. Got him in Chainsaw Man mode right there. So again, really, really cool. The mouth does move up and down. I believe you can remove the tongue if you want to. That's really awesome. So that way you don't have to have that tongue in there. And then the cool thing is this part right here, I believe is extra, like a blood effect that goes on the chainsaw. If I can figure it out. Does it split in half? No. Maybe it goes this way. You know what? When all else fails, you got to read the instructions, right? There we go. So you get that blood effect right there. Looks really, really cool. So yeah. So let's put him in different poses and give you kind of some of my final thoughts and some comparisons with some other figures. So let's do that. Okay, before we get into some final thoughts, I brought a few little things to kind of give you a comparison, mainly little anime things here. So first, I have the Figuarts Mini, one of the Hashira, I forgot his name, is Genji's older brother from Demon Slayer. But you can kind of see just the difference in size here on these. Now this has more, if you've seen any of my 1-minute reviews on these guys, as well as our Hashira review, there's not a lot of posability in these guys, but these Nendoroids do have more posability, even though they're not what you would consider, again, action figures. They're just nice little figures and statues that you can put on there. So we'll do kind of a side profile. You can kind of see that too as well. Let me pull this out of the way. We'll compare him now to a Funko Pop of Deku or Midoriya. And so Funko Pops, as you know, have zero posability, but you can see this Nendoroid stands a head taller than this guy right here. So we'll move that out of the way. And then last but not least, we got a McFarlane 7-inch figure, and this is of course Tanjiro Kamado, and you can see he is a bit taller. Now he is an action figure because he has joints that do move, that do pose, and things like that too as well, whereas this one does not. So if you want more of that action figure, more realistic type of look, then you want to go with an action figure that more kind of animation accurate. But if you like that chibi style, then you're gonna like the Nendoroids on that. So, and then of course nothing's complete without Optimist Prime, Optimist Prime, who always sees the best in others, and so you can kind of see just a overall comparison there too as well. But yeah, that is it. So let me get him in some dynamic poses and give you some of my final thoughts around Chainsaw Man. Well, welcome back together. So let's talk about some final thoughts about Denji and Chainsaw Man, the Nendoroid. Here's the box one more time. Nothing in that box, but he is out of the box. There he is, a headless body. Nobody knows. He just can't get ahead in life. Oh boy. Actually, let's take a look at Chainsaw Dog. There he is. So Chainsaw Man, not to be confused with Lawnmower Man or Weed Eater Man or any of those, but here he is again, just for your look again. I'm going to keep him probably in this mode because I think he looks the coolest in this mode. So as you can see from the carousel of possibilities, some of the different poses you can put him in. So I was able to pick him up on eBay. So I had to be very careful making sure I got it on Mercari. And so you can find him anywhere from $55 to $80 right now. So I was able to find him for about $55. So that was a good deal, and I had a coupon that I was able to use too as well. So I love using coupons. I love finding great deals. But overall, I really dig this figure. There's a lot of little pieces. So if you're not organized, you could lose all those little pieces. But the cool thing about the little pieces is it makes this not an action figure, but it does give you options on how you can pose him. So you can put him in dynamic poses where he's flying. I love the fact that Good Smile includes a stand with all of their Nendoroids. And so I really dig this. My daughter actually got me into Nendoroids with her Demon Slayer ones. And so I'm like, hey, let's try some of the ones that maybe I like. So you'll get to see some more of those as we go along. So with that, on a good, bad, awesome, I think this is pretty awesome. You know, it's not a lifelike representation of Chainsaw Man, but it will do. It gives you that cute, it brings off that cute connotation, and also gives you just enough playability with this that you can pose them however you want to, and it'll look really, really great on anyone's shelf. So thank you for listening to me. Thank you for listening to my rants and raves, and I didn't really rant and rave, but thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. And with that, I leave you with this. Y'all remember to stay young, have fun, and beware and use your power tools correctly. I mean, I'm just kidding. Y'all be awesome. We'll see you later now.
Yeah.